why I love small towns. Sometimes small towns get a lot of hate. People say things like, small towns are full of small-minded people, or there's nothing to do after 7, or I lived in a small town. I hated it with every fiber of my being, and if my being had more fibers, I'd hate small towns with those too. And thanks for sharing, but I love them. They've always been pretty kind to me. Growing up, I had a good experience in the close-knit community where, sure, everybody knows the embarrassing story of how you broke your leg, but also, almost everybody has offered to bring you a home-baked pie while you recover. Sometimes living in a small town feels like being the punchline of the only joke anybody knows, but sometimes it feels like having a really good inside joke that more people would want to be in on if only they could hear it. Even now that I'm surrounded by more neighbors than ever before, I find myself immersed in small town America. Whether it's reading about Wendell Berry's fictional town of Port William, Kentucky, or listening to Garrison Keillor recount the latest events of Lake Wobegon, I have a fondness for a quaint setting filled with well-acquainted personalities. There's this collective sense of camaraderie, like an underdog hockey team in a 90s film, and even if some of the players grumble about being on the team, at the end of the day, they're all wearing the jersey, and they've got fight in them yet. When I lived in small towns, they taught me to appreciate the little things. Each modification we got took a while to load, like an update on a really old PC. And you realize, while you're waiting for it to load, you might as well take a walk and appreciate the things that are there. I'll never forget when our new library got an elevator, or when our town had a Dollar General and we didn't have to go to the next town over for milk. They had produce too. A small town is like a friend that goes to bed at the same time every night, and you know exactly where to find them if you have a problem. Sometimes you just want to sit and people watch, and then before long you realize that some of the people you're people watching are people watching with you. You can't stay too long without being a part of it. Even though I love the city, the small town can be the respite from the constant busy movement. Small towns are the shore to the city's sea, and I hope they always will be. If there's a small town that's dear to you, I'd love to hear about it.